There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music in West Virginia Public Broadcasting, with support provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office, welcome to another Mountain Stage with your host, Larry Gross.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune, but the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around a simple song. Well, thank you so much. Welcome once again to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. And we are at our home at the Culture Center Theater in Charleston, West Virginia, for a very special show. This is our 35th anniversary. And whenever we do a show that's like this, we try to bring a lot of the elements that we always try to get on Mountain Stage over the years into one show. We have some folks that have been with us for a long time. We've known them for a long time. We got some folks that weren't even born when the show started. Matter of fact, they weren't around for 10 years before the show started. We got people from other countries. All of this stuff is going to be with you today. Amy Ray Band is here. Amy was first with us back in 1991 with her partner, Emily Salyers, at the Indigo Girls first came on, so we've known her since then. Also, in 1991 was the first time that the Crash Test Dummies were with us. And they, of course, are from Canada. We've had a lot of Canadian artists over the years. We have a very, very talented singer-songwriter who's joining us for the fourth time, and she's got something very, very special, a surprise I'll tell you about coming up. She'll be out during this hour. Anais Mitchell is back with us. We also always like to have some hometown folks, some West Virginia folks from the Mountain State. So William Matheny is here. But to start us out, this young man over here to my right, who is extremely talented, almost an electrifying performer. You don't have to believe me. Elton John saw him in concert in Atlanta and said, "This guy has restored my faith in music," and then invited him to come to London and sing a concert with him, which he did. His latest recording is a fine one. It was a few months ago. He put it out called Other Arrangements. He's originally from Oklahoma, now lives in Nashville. Welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Parker Millsap. Howdy.
I'm moving through the matter. I'm entering the emptiness. I'm cutting through the chatter. I'm battling the bleak abyss. I've been awake all night. I'm gonna sleep when they kill me. I feel my bankroll tight in my pocket. I'm gonna pay them when they bill me. For the toll roads down the whole coast that I've been rolling through. I see the white lines keeping tight time. My tires are whining in tune. I've gotta get to you. I'm sailing through the spaces. I'm pulling off to fill it up, erasing all my traces. I'm facing it up, heading up. I've been awake for days. I'm gonna sleep in my coffin. I can't stay away. I'm speeding straight to you and I ain't stopping. To smell the roses, just call me Moses. The waters let me through. Just call me in hot. I got a burn cut from trying to pass the blue. I've gotta get to Thank you so much. It's great to be back in West Virginia. Hi, this song's called Your Water. I was losing, I was lost, cursing everything that I come across. I was wounded, I was weak, I didn't realize I needed a drink of your water. Your water. It floods my memory and it quenches my soul. I was busted, I was broke, drowning in the darkness and starting to choke. I was struggling, I was stranded, but then I bent down and cupped my hands in your water. Your water. It floods my memory and it quenches my soul. I was fumbling and frustrated. I was sluggish and sedated. I was wounded, I was wasted. I was blind up until I tasted your water. Your water. It floods my memory and it quenches my soul. It floods my memory and it quenches my soul. Thank you so much. So, it's been a minute since I've done a solo show, but Larry and I were talking about it, and I think the last solo show I did was here. So this feels kind of familiar, but also I'm terrified. This next song is called Singing to Me. Right words, sometimes they won't be heard. Sometimes my mouth's absurd and wrong. Yes, I know. Sometimes I sink so low. Sometimes I shout to show I'm strong. But you've been singing to me all along. Singing to me all along. You kept on singing when everything went wrong. The road noise drowns out my old joys. Sometimes your golden voice gets lost. But if I listen, I hear what I'm missing. Your chorus is kissing back the frost. You've been singing to me all along. Singing to me all along. Yes, you kept on singing when everything went wrong. I lost my bed my blank eyes were staring, scared to try caring for someone. I wasn't trying, my tongue took to lying, shying away from your song that you've been singing to me all along. Singing to me all along. It kept on singing when everything went wrong. I still don't know what took me so long. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This song's called Fine Line. I've been walking the fine line between the form and the function, between the gall and the gumption, between feeling and touching. I've been walking the fine line between the thought and the action, slipping sideways in traction. As a matter of fact, hun, you better look out, I'm about to start swerving. Hey, 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 I'm on the straight and curving. Alright, so I might be slightly unnerving, but honey, I don't wait, I'm just a little bloodthirsty. Walking the fine line between the feast and the famine, the Leslie cab and the Hammond, between the shoving and the cramming, where everybody was jamming, between the tag and the hurry, the chicken shuffle and scurry in Kansas City, Missouri, where all the borders get blurry. You better look out, I'm about to start swerving. Hey, 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 I'm on the straight and curving. Alright, so I might be slightly unnerving, but honey, I don't bite, I'm just a little bloodthirsty. You better look out, I'm about to start swerving. Hey, 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 I'm on the straight and curving. Alright, so I might be slightly unnerving, but honey, I don't bite, I'm just a little bloodthirsty. Thank you so much. So here's a tip. Next time you come see my show, if you buy enough merch tonight, I'll have a guitar tech and you won't have to listen to any tuning. It'll be great. You'll like the merch too. This song is called Let a Little Light In. When it's getting dark, when my flame won't spark, when it's looking stark, there's like I'm stuck between the cliff and the creatures that bug. I make a space in my mind, I see your face facing mine. Sometimes it startles me blind when I see just how you shine. When you let a little light in, let a little light in, you find it's not so frightening. Not every day's a fight to win. If you let a little. When my balance breaks, when I'm sideways and reeling, when the static shakes me so I'm losing the feeling, I listen into the noise, I picture your perfect poise, I hear your whispering voice, say honey you got no choice but to let a little light in, a little light in. You find it's not so frightening. Not every day's a fight to win. If you let a little. Let a little light in. Let a little light in. You find it's not so frightening. Not every day's a fight to win. If you let a little light in, let a little light in, you find it's not so frightening. Not every day's a fight to win.
Thank you so much. You're gonna let me do one more. Hold on just a second. Still exciting. Every time it's like the first time. I've got a heart, it's beating for you. I've got a scar from bleeding for you. If there's another who's half as true, tell me who. I've got two eyes, you know I can see. Your swirling tides, your trembling sea. So if there's an hour that you'd let me swim, tell me when. I've got a voice, it's singing for you. Them other boys can't carry you too. So tell me you want me, but tell me times 10. Tell me again. I've got a tongue to torturing taste to make sure that none of you goes to waste. So if there's some favor that you'd have me do, tell me to.
Thank you so much.
Parker Millsap. He lives in Nashville now, originally down from Oklahoma. And yeah, he's been playing since he was a little kid. And boy, you can tell he feels like a veteran. He's 25 years old. His latest is called Other Arrangements. If you get a chance to see him usually comes with a couple other guys. If you get a chance to go see him that way, it's just as good, if not better. Mr. Parker Millsap. It's time to welcome the Mountain Stage Band and Julie Adams. Ron Soul is the leader of the Mountain Stage Band back there on the acoustic guitar. Electric guitar, Ryan Kennedy, Michael Lipton. Piano, Bob Thompson. Bass player, Steve Hill. Drummer, Ahmed Solomon. And many of these folks have been on the show for many years as we celebrate our 35th. Julie was actually on the first show, and after that, I invited her to just be a regular on the show. So she's been here ever since then, doing a song and singing along with folks, and she's found a brand new song by Van Morrison, who's got a new album coming out. The single was the only thing that was available, but of course, when Van does something, you got to pay attention. So the song is called Got to Go Where the Love Is. Please welcome Julie Adams.
Sent to Coventry feels like hell. This ain't no place to get well. Sent to Coventry once again. Break out of this empty shell. Start all over somewhere else. Somewhere much stronger than this. Somewhere I can be myself instead of sitting on the shelf. Got to go where the love is. 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 There's just this wall of hate, of some twisted fate. 'Cause I can't be a part, something that doesn't have no heart. Save yourself, save the other. Right now, run for cover. Try to start another dream. Stop this empty scheme. I got to go where the love is. Got to go where the love is. Got to go where the love is. I got to go where the love, oh, where the love is. loving. Got to break out of this empty shell. Start all over somewhere else. Somewhere much stronger than this. Somewhere I can be myself instead of sitting on the shelf. I got to go where the love is. Got to go where the love is. Got to go where the love is. I got to go where the love, where the love is. Go where the love is. You got to go where the love
Julie Adams and Mountain Stage Band, and a new song by Van the Man Morrison, Got to Go Where the Love Is. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a nationwide law firm born in West Virginia, with offices in Charleston, Morgantown, Wheeling, St. Louis, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Florida, and Delaware. Details at baileyglasser.com. And by the West Virginia Tourism Office. There are places you visit and places you behold. You'll find natural wonders and endless experiences in the Mountain State, West Virginia, a place that's almost heaven. More information at wvtourism.com. Additional support is provided by HIP Historic Charleston, West Virginia. You'll find live music 7 nights a week in West Virginia's capital city. It's music from the HIP. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. If you missed part of Mountain Stage or you just want to hear something again, you can always visit the podcast section of our website, mountainstage.org. Each podcast will always include songs we don't have time to fit on the radio, as well as our complete finale song. Do us a favor, if you would, take a moment to subscribe, rate, and review the show wherever it is that you get your podcasts. Well, it's time to welcome back somebody who hasn't been with us for a while, but the first time she came back in 2007, she played some tunes that she had written as a folk opera about the Orpheus myth called Hades Town. And she sang some of the songs on the show herself. And she later came back and she produced this as a local production up in New England where she was. And she also made a record with some recognizable folks from the world of folk and Americana music. And I am excited and pleased to say that next April, the 17th, Hadestown premieres on Broadway at the Kerr Theater. And previews begin in March. So you want to get your tickets now for that, and we're certainly going to try to go up and see the show. There's a compilation. There's a Hadestown cast album on Warner's that's out now, and she also has a record she released a few years ago called XOA. Brought a friend with her. Please welcome back to the mountain stage, Anais Mitchell.
Thank you so much.
Lover, tell me if you can, who's gonna buy the wedding bands? Times being what they are, hard and getting harder all the time. Lover, when I sing my song, all the rivers sing along. They're gonna break their banks for me, lay their gold around my feet. All the flashing in the pan, all the fashion for your hand. The river gonna give us the wedding bands. Lover, tell me if you're able, who's gonna lay the wedding table? Times being what they are, dark and getting darker all the time. Lover, when I sing my song, all the trees gonna sing along. Bend the branches down to me, lay their fruit around my feet. The almond and the apple, and the sugar from the maple, and the trees gonna lay the wedding table. Lover, tell me when we're wed, who's gonna make the wedding bed? Times being what they are, hard and getting harder all the time. Lover, when I sing my song, all the birds gonna sing along. They'll come flying round to me, lay their feathers at my feet. We'll lie down in eiderdown in a pillow beneath our heads, and the birds gonna make the wedding bed. And the trees gonna lay the wedding table, and the river gonna give us the wedding bands.
Thank you so much. That was a song from that Hadestown show that Larry was talking about, a song sung by Orpheus and Eurydice of the Greek mythology. And I'm so glad to be back at Mountain Stage and to be with my friend Austin Evans over here on the guitar, coming from Portland, Oregon.
Hey, Uncle Louie, I wrote you a song. I'm glad you got your heart out of pawn. I'm glad you got your king out of check. At least that's how things stood when I saw you last. It was New Orleans before the flood. You had just met a girl, you were falling in love, and she lived on the levee and knew the blues and played harmonica better than you. In a neighborhood bar, in the middle of summer, shoulder to shoulder, sitting like sister and brother
All of the sorrows you told each other rose like smoke from the room. And the heat and the bourbon was in your head. You were talking in tongues. You were back from the dead. And the girl and the city were one and the same. Last call never came, and I can see you swimming out into the street. I can hear you singing. When I die, don't cry for me. Hey, Uncle Louie, the city is spinning. She sure is pretty, you sure are grinning. And she's leading you home from the heat of the bar to lie on the levee and look at the stars. You can hold her hand, you can kiss her face. Go slow if you can, 'cause the world is a very sad place. And when she leaves, she'll leave no trace, and the world will still be there. And the sky is colored in purple and yellow, and you lie on the levee with stones for pillows. And you and the girl and the city make love with a harlequin sky up above. I remember the first time I came to Mountain Stage, which I think was like around 10 years ago now. I was riding in a 1980s Westphalia camper van, and we were driving like 15 miles an hour on these mountain highways. It took twice as long to get here as we expected. And so anyway, we moved on up to a Dodge Caravan. Oh, my star, don't fail me now that I have followed you from town to town. What are you rushing towards? I can't keep up with you no more. I can't catch you and I can't slow down, but I can't catch you. Oh, my star, don't fail me now. Oh, my heart, don't fail me now that I have carried you from town to town. Why are you so heavy for? I can't hold you anymore. I can't hold you and I can't put you down, but I can't hold you. Oh, my heart, don't fail me. I know where my satisfaction lies. way beyond the blue horizon. Oh, my soul, don't fail me now that I have searched for you from town to town. Why don't you show yourself? I want to know you well. I don't know you, but I won't let you down. But I don't even know you. Oh, my soul, don't fail me now. Okay, we're gonna do one more from the this Hadestown show. I wasn't going to do this. I played it on this show before, but it is the anniversary, and this is one of those songs that has kind of the meaning of it keeps changing, and I think it feels different than it did back then. The song is sung by Hades, the king of the underworld. And if you come to Broadway, you'll see Patrick Page sing it several octaves below where I'm going to sing it right now. In Hadestown, Hades is building a big wall all around Hadestown, which is his sort of company town, nation state. Why do we build a wall? My children, why do we build a wall? Why do we build a wall? We build a wall to keep us free. That's why we build a wall. We build a wall to keep us free. How does the wall keep us free? My children, how does the wall keep us free? How does the wall keep us free? The wall keeps out the enemy, and we build a wall to keep us free. That's why we build a wall. We build a wall to keep us free. Who do we call the enemy? My children, who do we call the enemy? Who do we call the enemy? The enemy is poverty, and the wall keeps out the enemy, and we build a wall to keep us free. That's why we build a wall. We build a wall to keep us free. Because we have and they have not. My children, because they want what we have got. Because we have and they have not. Because they want what we have got. The enemy is poverty, and the wall keeps out the enemy, and we build a wall to keep us free. That's why we build a wall. We build a wall to keep us free. What do we have that they should want? My children, what do we have that they should want? What do we have that they should want? We have a wall to work upon. We have work and they have none, and our work is never never done. My children, and the war is never won. The enemy is poverty, and the wall keeps out the enemy. And we build a wall to keep us free. That's why we build a wall. We build a wall to keep us free. We build a wall to keep us free. Okay, we have to. I have to go to my happy place for this last song, which is open D tuning. So it's going to take a second. We're going to try to get it right for the radio. So the other new development since I last was on this stage was I had a kid, and it was a while ago because she's now 5 years old. Her name is Ramona, and I wrote this song about her and also about the morning glory flower. And I got to go to her school and be like, Mom comes to school and talk about her job. And I sat with Ramona in these two tiny sized chairs facing her class, and I was more nervous than I've been for any gig ever. And she leaned over right before I was supposed to start, and she goes, Mom, I've been waiting for this day for my whole life. And then she goes, play Morning Glory, which is the song about her. So. Morning Glory, pretty little flower, always waking up before me. In the early morning hours, never knew till I met you. How to bloom before the dawn, how long have I been sleeping? Morning glory, you don't stay in your bed, got to get up bright and early and climb the walls instead, running wild around the house. Now the house is overrun. How long have I been sleeping? And the sun is coming up, there's a new day, and it's better than the one that came before, and it's better than it was before you came. You're the one I wake up for. Morning glory, how could I have known that I had grown so world weary before you came along with your tender arms outstretched and the trumpet of your mouth and your eyes all dewy wet that are always on the lookout for the bright side of the world. Been a long time since I've seen how long have I been sleeping?
Anais Mitchell, originally from Vermont, where she lived many years. Now she lives in New York City. And she's done several albums, of course. One, Young Man in America, was about her dad. It was a wonderful collection. Her last CD was called XOA on Wilderland Records. And then she has that Hadestown cast recording, will be on Warner Brothers. The cast now is in London doing Hadestown, and it's going to move to Broadway to the Kerr Theatre. Opening night is April 17th, and previews begin March 22nd. So if you are within driving distance of New York City, please check that out. We're going to try to get up there and see that show. You heard a couple of tunes from it. It's a lot of wonderful music. If you have questions or suggestions for us, love to hear from you. Our email is larry@mountainstage.org. Of course, you can also connect with us on Facebook, and if you wish, you can check out our Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter accounts. All of these links are at the website, mountainstage.org. We're going to end this hour with one of our good friends, originally from up in Mannington, West Virginia, in the center of West Virginia. I first heard him when he was playing in his dad's country band when he must have been 15 playing guitar. I think he started out much earlier than that. I know he was writing songs when he was in the single figures and writing good songs, and he's been writing songs for years and years now. He came on Mountain Stage the first time a couple of years ago, had a song called Living Half to Death, which turned out to be my favorite song all year on the show. And now he's got another one that might make its way in there called Christian Name. It's a single that he is just releasing. His latest is an EP called Moon Over Canova. He's brought some of the best musicians in West Virginia with him. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, William Matheny.
Can a cheap beer getting warm in my hand, losing all my hearing to a noise rock band. The show's running later than the people can stand, tonight and every night from now on. I've got a couple bad habits that I can't afford that keep me sane on the weekend when I used to get bored. I've been living by the gun, but I'll die by the sword, tonight and every night from now on. There's been a whole lot of tears over answered prayers, like old Saint somebody said. And I'm just the same as anybody else now that I had the chance to make my bed. I might play a little pinball and I might play pool. I might play the piano and I might play the flute. If you don't watch your step, I might just play you tonight and every night from now on. There's been a whole lot of tears over answered prayers ever since the world began. And I'm just the same as anybody else now that everything is going to plan. There's been a whole lot of tears over answered prayers ever since the world began. And I'm just the same as anybody else now that everything is going to plan. I've been pacing around the parking lot, calling back home, sweeping up the ashes with a cellular phone. 'Cause I burnt it to the ground with this old microphone. Tonight and every night from now on. Yeah, tonight and every night from now on. Oh, tonight and every night from now on. Oh, 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 every night from now on. Hey, thank you so much. It's a real honor to be here tonight celebrating Mountain Stage's 35th anniversary. What I meant is that you don't look a day over 25. They had written good luck in blue party cups in the holes of the chain link fence. And we were waving goodbye with tears in our eyes, the trucks that disappeared around the bend. Now my mother once said, son, you're a good man, like she was trying to convince herself. And my father once said, son, that's a good plan, if you woke up tomorrow you were anybody else. I've been looking for that grand old feeling, the singing sparrow in the marrow of my bones. Well, I've heard there's nothing to it, they say that anyone can do it. I've been searching everywhere that I go. Dirty snow falling on the fields out there, and on the copper crosses by the road. And I was just a kid with gel in my hair, and mother gave me money for the tolls. You know, the whole world over is just a parting hand, and goodbye guys to send you on your way. 'Cause there ain't no golden road that gets paved by man, it's just a trail that's getting colder with every dying day. I've been looking for that grand old feeling, the burning candle on the mantle of my soul, on the highways and the hedges and the dark and the night exits. I've been searching everywhere that I go. And in the glowing light of early nights, the laughter by the water wide, turning me and spurning me forever. And past the mobile homes and rotting bones, above brown pools of prayer stones, grieving me and leaving me never. I've been searching for that grand old feeling, the singing sparrow in the marrow of my bones. Well, I've heard there's nothing to it, they say that anyone can do it. I've been searching everywhere that I go. Old feeling, the singing sparrow in the marrow of my bones. Well, I've heard there's nothing to it, they say that anyone can do it. I've been searching everywhere that I go. I've been searching everywhere that I go. I've been searching everywhere that I go. Thank you. Hey, this is Bud Carroll on the lead guitar, everyone. This is Jeremy Baden over here on the piano and the organ. This is Clint Sutton on the drums. And this is my very favorite songwriter, Mr. John R. Miller on the bass guitar. I think it's funny too. How could anyone be lonely with all these faces in the madding crowd, with all those hands toiling out in the country, and all those feet walking around in the town. We're all just living a little bit, then dying a whole lot, holding tight to whatever it is that we've got. Just trying to keep a little something in a world of heartless people. Heartless people. Boy, they sure got a lot of nerve. Heartless people. With no brother to keep and nothing to serve. Now once I was a fair young lass, chewing on my fingernails, kicking gravel down the road to Damascus, just trying to wash my eyes of scales. I used to stay up all night talking my phone dead, with the TV shining on my unmade bed. I was giving every waking hour to a world of heartless people. Heartless people. They might be living, but what is it worth? Heartless people. And there is no hell like a hell on this earth. For the nerve of some people sometimes, they'll sell you right down the river for a pocket full of nickels and dimes. For the nerve of some people, I swear. 'Cause there's an ocean full of sorrow, and it's just like they don't care. Nobody cares. For the nerve of some people sometimes, they'll sell you right down the river for a pocket full of nickels and dimes. For the nerve of some people, I swear. 'Cause there's an ocean full of sorrow, and it's just like they don't care. Nobody cares. Heartless people. Heartless people. Heartless people. Thank you so much. We've got one more song for you. As long as I can do all the driving myself, I won't be handing the wheel off to anybody else. And if the station's tuning in, I'll turn the radio on. And I can roll down the window and stick out my arm. Got idle hands that need a feeding. I got some secrets I've been keeping. And I don't hate the way I'm feeling, though I probably should, but it's alright for now. I'll set him up, Joe, and play walking the floor like he did last night and the night before. Then I'll jump on the phone and tell a couple good lies. And then I'll tell him to myself until the end of the night. I've been living on Adderall, fingernails and alcohol. But it's not a prison if you build your own walls without fatal. When you're holding a hammer, it all looks like a nail. I got a Christian name and a life of sin, and I'm 3 sheets at the merch booth again. And I can't think of anything but how it should have been. When I can't run from the silence, the quiet closes in. When I can't run from the silence, the quiet closes in. Seen the reservation statues all covered in snow, and all the service station people with somewhere to go. And I've been east of Eden with the engine light on, and then I pulled into the city like a great false dawn. It's just the promised land calling. It's just the night shade that's falling. And I'd better start crawling till I'm able to stand, but I'm alright for now. I got a Christian name and a life of sin, and I'm 3 sheets at the merch booth again. And I can't think of anything but how it should have been. When I can't run from the silence, the quiet closes in. When I can't run from the silence, the quiet closes in. When I can't run from the silence, the quiet closes in.
William Matheny, surrounded by some of the best musicians in West Virginia right there. Mr. William Matheny, he records for Mizrah Records, and that last tune there, Christian Name, is his latest single. Strange Constellations was an album that was out last year, and then Moon Over Canova, an EP that's out earlier this year. Great to see William Matheny again. I'd like to say a special hello to you if you're listening to us right now over WCVE in Richmond, Virginia, or WVPB right here in Charleston, West Virginia. We hope that you will be with us again next time. We come to you from West Virginia University in Morgantown, with Gregory Alan Isaacoff, Mandolin Orange, Elysian Fields, the Brother Brothers, and more. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. Thank you and welcome to the second hour of this special Mountain Stage where we are celebrating our 35th anniversary. During this hour, a little bit later, we're going to be hearing from the Amy Ray Band. But we're going to open this hour with something very special. There was a band that I remember hearing a demo from this band, 1991. I know it's a long time ago because the demo was on a cassette tape. And I thought, wow, I really like this band. And they were a Canadian band, and I never heard of them before. I didn't hear them on the radio, but I said, God, these guys are really good. So we had them come down. And then 2 years later, they put out another album, their second album, which blew up and became a huge hit. Their first album was successful in Canada, but the second album blew up everywhere, especially in the United States, and they became stars. And now they are back celebrating the 25th anniversary of that record. They are from Canada. Their most recent album, which has been a while ago, is called Ooh La La, but they're going to sing you some songs, I'm sure, from that famous record back in 1993. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, the Crash Test Dummies.
Thank you very much. After 7 days, he was quite tired, so God said, let there be a day just for picnics with wine and bread. He gathered up some people he had made, created blankets, laid back in the shade. The people sipped their wine, and what with God there, he asked him questions like, do you have to eat or get your hair cut in here? And if your eye got poked out in this life, would it be waiting up in heaven with your wife? God shuffled his feet, glanced around at them. The people cleared their throats, stared right back at him. So he said, once there was a boy who woke up with blue hair. To him it was a joy, till he ran out to the warm air. He thought of how his friends would come to see. Would they laugh or had he got some strange disease? God shuffled his feet, glanced around at them. The people cleared their throats, stared right back at him. Sat waiting out on their blankets in the garden, but God said nothing. So someone asked him, I beg your pardon, not quite clear about what you just spoke. Was that a parable or a very subtle joke? God shuffled his feet, glanced around at them. The people cleared their throats, stared right back at him. Yeah! Stuart Cameron on the electric guitar, everybody. Thank you so much. Well, we're very pleased to be here, as you can well imagine. Mountain Stage is a most venerable institution. And even when Crash Test Dummies had barely made a dent in the American market, if I could be so bold as to put it as the American market. I know that sounds rather unsentimental, but long before we had any kind of action at all down here, if I may put it that way, Mountain Stage invited us, and we have been coming back here ever since, and we always get such a warm welcome. And that, ladies and gentlemen, in the radio audience is the sound of us being warmly welcomed once again.
When we met, it was in the hot green jungle. Your perfect flesh, impervious to anything fungal. You would sweat coconut milk, and I lie awake, restless with the heat during the night. Dawn would come, and I start to feel my own sunrise, but you just lie sleeping. And so we went away in search of gentler breezes. When we arrived, I longed to lie and rustle in your grasses, but you would not permit me to tire there. None but a fly nestles on the meadow of her leg. Dawn would come, and I'd start to feel my own sunrise, but you just lie sleeping. So we went until we reached the tundra in the winter. Of course I longed to kiss her frosty teeth in the cold air, but now I've grown bloated on seal fare. Not even flies nestle on the meadow of her lake. Dawn would come, and I start to feel my own sunrise, but you just lie sleeping. You just lie sleeping.
Ellen Reed on vocals, everybody. Thank you, Ellen. This next song we're going to do for you now, it was the first single we ever had in Canada. And it's about Superman and how he fought a character named Solomon Grundy. Now, when I was a little boy going to get my teeth cleaned, and I know that sounds like a wild digression, it does come back full circle, however, I bought a comic. I was allowed to buy a comic book for having gone through the experience of the dentist. And when I was about 8, that cleaning, I decided I would buy a Superman comic in which he fights a character called Solomon Grundy. Now, Solomon Grundy is a character that was born on a distant planet. He was separated at birth from a twin and spent the rest of his existence in a childlike rage, searching for his long-lost other half. Needless to say, there were a bunch of people in the media who, as soon as they heard this song, were outraged and wrote in their newspapers, "Oh, Superman never fought Solomon Grundy." No, sir. He fought so-and-so and so-and-so. Other people made the claim Solomon Grundy didn't even exist. It went on and on It went on and on as though this were an international incident. I had to actually dig out my copy of the comic from when I was 8 years old, took it out of cold storage, and in those days we faxed it to all of the newspapers, and who had the last laugh? I did. ladies' man. He'd just come along and scoop 'em up under his arm like that, quick as a cat in the jungle. But Clark Kent, now there was a real gent. He would not be caught sitting around in no jungle scape, dumb as an ape doing nothing. Superman never made any money for saving the world from Solomon Grundy. Sometimes I despair the world will never see another man like him. Hey Bob, Soup had a straight job, even though he could have smashed through any bank in the United States. He had the strength, but he would not. Folks said his family were all dead. The planet crumbled, but Superman, he forced himself to carry on. Forget Krypton and keep going. Superman never made any money for saving the world from Solomon Grundy. Sometimes I despair the world will never see another man like him. Well, Tarzan was king of the jungle and the lord over all the apes, but he could hardly string together four words. I, Tarzan, you, Jane. Sometimes when Soup was stopping crimes, I'll bet that he was tempted to just quit and turn his back on man. Join Tarzan in the forest. But he stayed in the city and kept on changing clothes and dirty old phone booths till his work was through, and nothing to do but go on home. Superman never made any money for saving the world from Solomon Grundy. Sometimes I despair the world will never see another man like him. And sometimes I despair the world will never see another man like him.
Thank you very much.
Well, someone's jumpy. The lone wolf whistle. I'm going to guess that was for Ellen, probably not for me. And radio viewers, if you could see Ellen's spectacular sparkly top and significant cleavage, you'd know why she was getting the wolf whistles. never forget the first time we met on the beach by the sea. I just opened my eyes, voila, a surprise. You were looking at me, and I wish I owned a heart of stone. And I knew it was over then. I knew that I was through. You don't have to believe me, still I know it's true. And when you go and I'm all alone, I wish I owned a heart of stone. I was taken aback, I was thrown off my track by your beauty and joy. The wind blew your hair, I just lay there and stare like a stupid schoolboy. And I wish I owned a heart of stone. And I knew it was over then, knew that I was through. You don't have to believe me, still I know it's true. When you go and I'm all alone, I wish I owned that heart of stone. Then we'd sit holding hands and make so many plans about the places we'd go. But the years quickly passed, and when it came to the last, well, we never left home. Now we are old, both our stories are told, and as we wait for the end, if you're first to go, I will promise you no, that my heart will not mend. And I wish I owned a heart of stone. And I knew it was over then, I knew that I was through. You don't have to believe me, still I know it's true. And when you go, and I'm all alone, I wish I owned that heart of stone. Thank you so very much. Well, I think it would probably be remiss of me not to introduce to you the rest of the band before we go. On the drums, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michel Dorge. On the bass guitar, Mr. Dan Roberts. On keyboards, all the way from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Mr. Mark Arnold. On the many guitars, even tuning as we speak, Mr. Stuart Cameron. Yeah. Thank you, Stuart. And of course, you know the lovely and talented Ellen Reed. This kid who got into an accident and couldn't come to school, but when he finally came back, his hair had turned from black into bright white. He said that it was from when the cars had smashed so hard. Once there was this girl who wouldn't go and change with the girls in the change room, and when they finally made her, they saw birthmarks all over her body. She couldn't quite explain it, they'd always just be worse than that. 'Cause then there was this boy whose parents made him come directly home right after school, and when they went to their church, they shook and lurched over the church floor. He couldn't quite explain it, they'd always just gone there. Thank you much. Thank you very, very much, everybody.
The Crash Test Dummies, singing tunes from that album, God Shuffled His Feet, which is celebrating its 25th anniversary. Yeah, and since Brad introduced everybody but himself, that was Brad Roberts on the vocals. You won't mistake him for anyone else. What a voice. Ooh La La is the last record they put out. It was 17 years ago. They were on the show at that time. So glad that they decided to celebrate and go out. I would have wanted to hear these songs again. If you get a chance, they, in concert, do all the songs from that album, God Shoveled His Feet, the Crash Test Dummies. It's time for our pianist, Mr. Bob Thompson, to do a song. And I requested, since this was a special occasion, our 35th anniversary, that Bob do one of his original songs. And he's written a lot and performed a lot of them over the years on the show. This one is called The Present. Please welcome Bob Thompson. His music is found at colortones.com online. Bob Thompson, The Present, an original tune. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a nationwide law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Morgantown, Wheeling, St. Louis, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Florida, and Delaware. Details at baileyglasser.com. And by the West Virginia Tourism Office. There are places you visit and places you behold. You'll find natural wonders and endless experiences in the Mountain State, West Virginia, a place that's almost heaven. More information at wvtourism.com. Additional support is provided by Hip Historic Charleston, West Virginia. You'll find live music 7 nights a week in West Virginia's capital city. It's music from the hip. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. We hope that at some point you will check out our website, mountainstage.org. You can find links there to our podcast, and you can follow us, of course, on all kinds of social media. Someday we hope that you will follow us to a live show and be in our audience, whether we are here at home at the Culture Center in Charleston or on the road anywhere in or outside of West Virginia. You can find out where we're going to be and get your tickets right there online at mountainstage.org. You can hear Mountain Stage guest performances, including songs that we don't have time to fit on the radio, at NPR Music also. That online address is npr.org/mountainstage. As I said at the beginning of the show, to celebrate our 35th, we want to have some very special friends on, folks who have been with us for a long time. And back in 1991, we had a duet, one of the greatest, I don't know what you would call, folk, rock, pop, whatever, duet in American music called the Indigo Girls, Amy Ray, Emily Salyers. And they've been with us many times over the years. Yeah. But also, we knew that Amy had liked to do her own thing, too, put out records. And on our 500 show, I think she'll remember, she was on with her punk band, the Butchies. And so a couple of years ago, we had her when we were up in Buchanan, West Virginia, and she had an album called Goodnight Tender. It's a beautiful record, and we had her there. And then we realized she's releasing a new record, so we tried to get her for this show, and she said she would do it, and we were very excited. She recorded the new one over in Asheville with a lot of the folks you see right here. Thank goodness she was able to get them to come out with her, because it's one heck of a band. I'll tell you a little bit more about it later on, but right now I know you're just waiting to hear the new songs. Please welcome, the new album, by the way, is called Holler. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, the Amy Ray Band.
Text about 3 a.m. when I cross back over the border again. Bye-bye Canada, hello USA. Oh, the lefties all make a lot of sense. Sometimes it's nice to feel good pride, it's just southern hate. And I know from your mamas that you're better than that. Every time I call, will you have my back? It's time for muddy buddies and a tall glass of sweet tea. I know that you don't like me, oh, but it sure feels good anyway. I know that you don't like me, but it sure feels good. I got gravel from the road in the bottom of my boot. The kiss that you left still burning through. I can't rest till I get back home to you. When I left the last words that were out of your mouth, how can you live in the backward sound? Devil in the roots and Jesus on the vine, 'cause it feels fine. I was born in the grist of a rebel yell, twaddled in the song of the whippoorwill. They harm me and they hold me just the same. But it's an ounce of comfort for a pound of grief. I just want to sit on the porch with you and hear the tall pines creak. Still sweating in September when that sun goes down. I know that you don't like me, but it sure feels good anyway. I know that you don't like me, but it sure feels good anyway. It sure feels good. Gravel from the road in the bottom of my boot. The kiss that you left still burning through. I can't rest till I get back home to you. Gravel from the road in the bottom of my boot. The kiss that you left still burning through. I can't rest till I get back home to you. Hey! Thank y'all. It's great to be in West Virginia. Really great. Great to be on Mountain Stage. I appreciate these folks so much and everything they've done for us. Come and sit down at this table where we've shared all of our food, where we've argued till we're nothing but a shell of what we knew. Let me count the ways I love you and the ways I hurt you too. Let me hang there in the balance. I would die to be anew, 'cause it's true. Most of the time I'm treading water with no sign and keeping my head just high enough to holler. If you believe, then I believe too. And it's true, I'm scared of dying. I let it shape me through and through. I don't take much stock in heaven. If I can't make this right with you, so let me reckon with my blessings. Let me find my way to you, 'cause I ain't afraid of living. No, I never say I got nothing to lose. Cause it's true, most of the time I'm treading water with no sign, keeping my head just high enough to holler. If you believe, then I believe too. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. I want to tell you who's in the band real quick. On pedal steel from Asheville, North Carolina. Actually, pedal steel and dobro tonight. We have over here Matt Smith. On upright and electric bass from Charlotte, North Carolina, Carrie Brooks. On fiddle and soprano guitar, soprano thingy, and vocals from Atlanta, Georgia, living in New York City. Y'all welcome Adrian Carter. To my right, our very special guest drove up here from Nashville to be with us today. We appreciate it so much. On banjo, y'all welcome Allison Brown. On guitars, dobro, vocals, from Seattle, Washington, Jeff Fielder. All the way on the edge of the stage, way over there. He hails from Oklahoma, but he's living in Seattle right now. Y'all please welcome on keyboards and vocals another very special guest we have right now, Dan Walker. Chicken scratching for a living was a hard scrabble life. Oh, the poet, he was a farmer, working all day to write all night. Dig, dig, pick, pick, set that babble free. That fox in the hen house, he won't ever let you be. Didn't matter to him, he was hungry, sick all the time. He gave words to the wordless. He was fortified by the blood of the lamb, the yield of the field that he hoed. When the Lord called Elijah, he went down to Jericho. Look away to the mountain blue. If I could tell you a thing or two, every seed that you sowed, every word that you wrote, brought another sparrow home. bitter berry that was picked before its time. And your life, it was necessary for the weight of the rhyme. All the Camptown kids to teach us the service of the song. That short shot leaning in the corner, it won't ever leave you alone. Look away to the mountain blue. If I could tell you a thing or two. Every seed that you sowed, every word that you wrote, brought another sparrow home. Sorrow's acre. Now it's the dirt that makes us clean, and the earth reveals your maker as a child bears a king. For the meek and the mild, there's grace in yonder's wild. But for you, dear boy, every seed that you sowed, every word that you wrote, every seed that you sowed, every word that you wrote, brought another sparrow home. Hey. Hey, y'all. Thank you so much. That's a song I wrote for a poet named Byron Herbert Reese. He was born about, I think, around 1917, and he took his own life around 1958. But he was a great poet and left a lot of good words behind. And he's from my neck of the woods. I live in a little town in North Georgia called Dahlonega, Georgia. And he lived up there a little bit north of where I live. But I discovered him about 5 years ago and just love him so much, so wrote a song for him. Oh, city man, who built them skyscrapers, mohawk hands. I'm chipping wood, pulling up plow, digging up the ground where the Indian bowed. I'm thinking about the well that don't run dry, thanking the Lord for the rain that falls from the sky. Oh, preacher man who made your good book, Greek and Jew hands. I'm planting food, whistling a tune I heard from a bird that ain't got no words, but I teach it to you. Oh, Georgia man who made your moonshine, jackpot hands. I'm picking food on my lottery land. I know it ain't mine, but I love it, so here I stand. I'm thinking about the well that don't run dry, thanking the Lord for the rain that falls from in the sky. Oh, son of man, oh, son of man, what did you rise for? The errant human hand I'm gathering, I'm walking in the woods. I ain't afraid of being lost, but I am afraid of doing no good. Woo-hoo-hoo, 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 woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, city man, living on the pavement, in the rain and the wind. Oh, city man, come to the wilderness where you can be free again. Miss Allison Brown. Yeah. She's wacko. That's great, Allison. Wow. She's like, well, it's a banjo. All right, we're going to end with this song. Appreciate Mountain Stage once again for having us, and all the other folks that have played tonight. It's been so fun to see everybody and hear everybody. We love it. This is a song, I wrote this about, I grew up I was born in the 60s and grew up in Atlanta. And there's a lot of stuff going on around the South during that time. And I feel like, looking back on it now, I really didn't understand half of it. And it takes a while to figure all that out. So this is a song about kind of the trajectory of going through the 60s and 70s and 80s and trips I took out west with my family and going through all the Native American areas and not thinking about where we were and just all this stuff happening in Atlanta and around Atlanta. There was a time period we had something called the Atlanta child murders, and I had just reread a book about that by Tony Cade Bambara. And so I was thinking about how we're kind of sheltered from all these things by our church and our schools and our parents, and everybody means well, but I think what happens is you don't assimilate it as soon as you should, probably. So this is what that's about. Back in Georgia, I didn't know a damn thing about Alabama. I didn't know a damn thing about South Dakota. I didn't know a damn thing about Atlanta. I didn't know a damn thing. Bodies were hanging, bodies were burning, and my mama and daddy, they were earning. I was rocking the cradle, all in that fertile black belt. They were taking the blows for every toll of that Liberty Bell. I didn't know a damn thing. I didn't know a damn thing. Rolling around in the country squire, westbound with no seatbelts, just family ties. Looking up at Mount Rushmore, and the white man's great relief. Yeah, but even the good guys could be commander and thief. Bodies were freezing, bullets were flying, and all these years Indians been dying. I was back in the school bus, I was reading my history, but it didn't say nothing about what was right in front of me. I didn't know a damn thing. 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 I gave 3 days a week to the sanctuary, and I gave 5 days a week to the county curriculum. And I sang my heart out for the land of the free, saying if anything will save this world, it's rock and roll. Yeah. Hanging with the Girl Scouts around the campfire, underneath the generals on that rebel mountainside. Those laser light shows where I was buzzed and kissing. I didn't know nothing about the black kids that were missing. Bombs were blowing, kids were dying, and all around me I thought I was trying, but in the back of the school bus, well, I was reading my history, but it didn't say nothing about the kid sitting next to me. I didn't know a damn thing. Back in the 60s, I didn't know a damn thing. Back in the 70s, yeah, I didn't know a damn thing. Back in the 80s, here we go. Get 3 days a week to the sanctuary, and I gave 5 days a week to the county curriculum. And I sang my heart out for the land of the free. Didn't know a damn thing. Thank y'all so much. You guys are so sweet. Thank you.
The Amy Ray
you
Band
so
right there. The latest record, and it's a good one. You heard a bunch of songs from it right there. It's called Holler on Damon Records, distributed by Compass. Holler. Got to check that one out. All of these folks played on the album, as well as a bunch of other folks. Derek Trucks played on the record, Vince Gill, Brandy Carlisle, the Wood Brothers, Lucy Wainwright Roach, Phil Cook, Justin Vernon. All of those were on the record, as well as the folks that you saw and listened to up here. Oh, it's a fantastic record, Holler. Also, the Indigo Girls will be going back into the studio, and this fall, they will be putting out a new record. I want to thank Amy Ray and all of her band members and all of the Crash Test Dummies, William Matheny and all the great musicians he brought, Anais Mitchell and her friend Parker Millsap for making this a show that we hoped it would be, a memorable show. It's our 35th anniversary, and thank you so much, those of you here at the Culture Center Theater in Charleston, for being a part of it with us. And as always, thank you there on the radio. You hear me say this every week, but you need to know that we really believe it, that without you there would be no Mountain Station. We never, ever take you for granted, and we're going to keep doing this as long as you want to hear it. So we hope that you tune in next time, when we'll come to you from West Virginia University in Morgantown with Gregory Allen Isaacoff, Mandolin Orange, Elysian Fields, the Brother Brothers, and more. Yes, this is our 35th anniversary, It's our 935th show. West Virginia was the 35th state in the Union. And I am 35 years old today. It's a miracle. A miracle, I tell you, a miracle. "50 years ago, a movie was made called The Last Waltz. And I kind of think of that as the Big Bang that created a lot of stuff that Mountain Stage came out of, too. So we're going to do a song that was in that movie, of course, and it was a song by the band to finish us off. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasilia Skouras. Assistant producers Alexis Palmer. Production managers Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Richie Collins, Jim Raines, and Patrick Stevens. The production assistants from Michael Lipton, Mary Lee, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, Big J, and Woogie. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotions coordinated by Vasilia Skouras, Adam Harris, and Music and Motion Promotions. Special thanks to Mountain Stage members Walter and Sean Williams for their generous support. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go out and hear some live music wherever you are as soon as you can. You've been listening to Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Go out yonder, peace in the valley. Come downtown, have to rumble in the alley. Oh, you don't know the shape I'm in. Amy Ray.
Is anybody save my lady? This living alone will drive me crazy. Oh, you don't know the shape I'm in.
William Matheny.
I'm gonna go down by the water, but I ain't gonna jump in, no, no. You know, I just been looking for my maker, and I hear that that's where she's been, oh.
Out of 9 lives, I've spent 7. How in the world you get to heaven?
Oh, you don't know the shape I'm in.
60 days in the jailhouse for the crime of having no dough. Now here I am back out on the street again for the crime of having nowhere to go. Save yourself or save your brother. Looks like it's one or the other. Oh, you don't know the shape I'm in. Parker Millsap, one more. Here you go.
Now two young kids might start a ruckus just 'cause they know you're trying to shut us.
Oh, you don't know the shape I'm in.
Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office. This is NPR.